Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the SITREP or summary for the day of 286 for the 6th of December for the Syrian war, for the Ukraine war or the Russian special military operation in Ukraine. So let's start off with drone strikes. The Ukrainians yesterday have reported they have drone strike over at Ryazan as well as Saratov, and now they have continue. The next day they have continued to do their drone strike, but this time around it's not so deep into Russian territory. This time around it hits this plant over here at Lesno, somewhere near Lesno or Surazisky district. Probably is this things the Slava plant. Might be wrong, but this seems like the only thing that seems to be oil related, because the oil thingy got burnt. And there is also a drone strike attempted at the Kursk airport. However, the Kursk airport one did not really work out. So the oil accumulator was hit though. And this Kursk, and they also tried to attack the Belbek air base, which is at Crimea, just north of Sevastopol. However, this one I think also did not have much thing. It was shot down by air defense systems. Sevastopol is a bit more prepared for drone attack. I think the other regions here, within Russia itself, Russia mainland itself, they are not so prepared as compared to Crimea, because Crimea is actually in a state of war, mostly. And moving to the Kherson front. At the Kherson front, we do not have any information about any information or fighting or attempts. I think the Ukrainians also do not have the time and effort to actually spend time on Kherson, since everywhere else is burning like shit. Over the Zaporizhia line, there is fighting reported at Novodarivka. This is at the very end of the line at the Velika Novosibirsk region. This is a continued attempt by the Ukrainians to attack south of Novopil. They have stopped for around a week, but it did not seem to worked out for them as well. Over at the Donetsk front, so this is Ukraine. Donetsk is actually here. This is Donetsk region, and this is Donetsk city. And at the south west of Donetsk city, the Ukrainians was reported fighting at Volodymyrivka, and there was a Ukrainian MiG-29 shot down over Yasny. Yasny is a small town over here, just southwest of Donetsk city. Fighting is reported at Novomahailivka, and according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, there's exchange of fighting at Marinka. The Russian Defense Ministry said the Ukrainians were attacking, but the Ukrainian Defense Ministry said the Russians are attacking. So it's probably, that means the fighting over here at Marinka must be seriously fierce for them to have this conflict of information. And at the Pisky region, we did not hear any information from this region. And there's fighting, however, at Bakhmutivka. Over here, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, this is actually in the southwestern part of New York. So in a way, this is also part of the New York front. The fighting at the New York Shumi line did not it was not repeated today. So over the past 24 hours, only at Bakhmutivka. This is according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. And moving on to the Bakhmut front. So this region here is Bakhmut front. This is Bakhmut city. And at the Bakhmut front, the Russian forces, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, has now attacked Bila Hora. So this is the first time we've seen fighting over at Bila Hora. Most likely it's coming from Ozyarenivka region, because there is still fighting in the area of Kudyumivka, where the Ukrainians did try to attack Kudyumivka, whereas the Ukrainians say that the Russians are trying to push out of Kudyumivka. So fighting towards Bila Hora, which is actually this very longish town. The fighting south of it at Mayos region, at this Pinishne region, is not mentioned. Moving to the south of Bakhmut, there is fighting reported at Opyne. The Russians continue to try to capture Opyne, whereas fierce fighting was reported over at the southeastern part of Bakhmut city. Interestingly, there is also reports of fighting on the eastern part of Bakhmut, according to War Gonzo, where there is a where the Russian forces or Wagner group was attacking the eastern outskirts of Bakhmut. There is no fighting over on the northeastern part. Fighting continues to be reported at Yakovlivka. The Russians continue to try to attack Yakovlivka, as well as in the region of Bila Hora. Fighting continues to be reported over there. Fighting seems to be quite fierce over at Sperne, with the Ukrainians trying to counterattack the Russian forces while they are trying to push. So both sides are reporting there's fighting or attack from both sides. Verkhovno-Kayamsky continued to be reported to have fighting on the 6th of December, and the Luhansk People's Republic forces continue to try to recapture Bilohorivka, just south of the Seversky Donetsk River. Moving to the Crimea front, interestingly, we did not receive any information about the fighting towards Chervonopopivka this time round. So interestingly, for the first time in a long time, Crimea front is a bit quiet. And moving up north to the Sviatove front, there is continued fighting at Kuzymivka. The Ukrainians continue to try to push for Kuzymivka. So fighting was reported over there. But it was not really exactly a ground fight, as it's more like the Ukrainians tried to move out and then they got shot by artillery systems. Otherwise, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, they said that the Russians are on the defensive, in the Kupiansk region. So but we did not really see much of reports of the Ukrainians attacking except at Kuzymivka. So unless they are only mentioning about this place, so that's interesting. So that's all for the summary for the day of 286. And I have posted a new SITREP. This time around is covering the Levant. The Levant is basically the Syria. So there's a Syria SITREP that is being posted at DPA War Channel. Do check it out. I believe it's going to be here on the screen up right now. So do click on it. Do check it out. It will be a long-term series on the coverage on the situation over Syria. Turkey is threatening to launch an offensive if the Syrian Democratic Forces, the SDF, the Kurds, do not withdraw away from the Turkish border. So things are getting hot. So which is why I have made preparation to try to cover the situation over at Syria. And thank you for watching. If you are new to this channel, please press the subscribe button. You'll over time come to fall in love with me, and I'll see you in the next update.